And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. He takes this up near the 25.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Wentz. Trying to improvise. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now they'll run it on the toss. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here we go!
Looking to throw on second down. Parker looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now Parker to throw on second down. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now the man from UTEP. This is Aaron Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Parker looking to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Parker. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Parker operating from the gun. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to be taken down, but not before approaching the 15-yard line. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Let's go. 190. 190.
Parker now to throw on 2nd down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Miles Jack in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Ohio.
To throw is Parker. From the gun, he'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Miles Jack in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with... And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And some room to work. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Come on now. Let's go.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the ball. Great 15.
Wentz now on 1st down. Finding some room at midfield. Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Wentz again, and his throw is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
81.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. The open man is Westbrook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now Parker on 3rd and 2. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Play fake here on first down. They'll buy some time right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
Flag.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. First down, Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Parker throwing on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Throwing on first down. Parker. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Parker looking to throw on second down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On second down, here's Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Wentz now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Go, go. 82, 82. Yeah.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And it's second down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is right there. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Parker now to throw on second down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. Third down here. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To throw is Parker. Throwing on third and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
Man 5-7. Black, come on.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And now running right through it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Another carry now for Gurley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Looking to throw. Parker. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Go, go. Run, run. Shorty.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That is caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Great. Great 15. Great 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. They shakes him up under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Linval Joseph able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Win 5-7. Win 5-3. Win 5-3. Win 5-7. 82. 82.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
Ram. Shorty. 82.
Now Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Daniil Hunter in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
82. Ram.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Parker to throw from his end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. This is taken at the 10. Elsewhere at Arrowhead, they're in the 3rd quarter. It's the Broncos that have added on to their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
and it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
81. Sunday. Lose 5-7. Sunday.
Wentz now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Wentz. And he completes it to Westbrook. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Here's Parker on first down. And Davis with it left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there.
That could not have been timed out any better, and that's exactly what receivers want. The ball in their hands as quick as possible allows them to catch it at full speed and take off and go. And how about the end result there? Big-time run after catch yardage. That rack yardage is so valuable for any offense.
Looking to throw on second down. And that is incomplete here. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Trying to lay one up deep. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And out now come the Vikings. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Parker now on 1st and 10. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. To throw is Parker. Throwing on 1st down. He's got it complete to Diggs right side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Parker. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
40, 82, 40.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Left 82, 82. Straight 15, straight 15.
Wentz going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Hut! Hut! Hut!
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now Parker operating from the gun. He's going to watch. And my goodness, another interception. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Wentz. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. One play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll throw underneath for Gurley. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Parker. And that's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Parker from the gun on 3rd down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Single receiver. Come on, let's go!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be incomplete. Wentz now on 1st down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Eric Armstead continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a play fake. Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Hey, ram.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring it down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take them to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's a fumble. It's First and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Sunday. Let's 5-7. Ram.
To throw, it's Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
Come on.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
Hey. Got three. Three down. 82. 81.
To throw is Wentz. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Great 15. Stack.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Yannick Ngakoue in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Parker from the gun, he'll throw. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus." They think this one is over.
A fourth quarter score from the Meadowlands. That is now a 2-touchdown game with the Steelers in the driver's seat. A win would be their 2nd on the young season.
Lefty, lefty. Please 5-7. 81.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Going for the deep ball. This is intercepted. Picked off by Cornelder. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Flex round!
Parker now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Parker. Throwing again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Flex round! Flex round!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
15. Run, run.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Check 15, check 15.
For Tokyo. 82, 82.
Wentz to throw. He's going to let it go again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Cornelder. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now Parker on 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez.